And now a little morning glory for you. This is a seated meditation practice that moves into a short grounding movement practice filmed at sunrise in Ibiza, which is pretty cool. So welcome. Grab yourself something to sit on. You can lie down if you prefer, or sit with your back against the wall so that you can feel a straight spine lengthening through the lower back. Take your hands into a gesture that feels natural, feels good. I like to have my palms together with my thumbs connecting, Cosmic Mudra, but you might want to put your palms on your lap, face up or down, any of it all. And just take a couple of breaths to settle. We start to feel the hip bones into the floor. Feeling the thigh bones roll out of the pelvis. Softness in the knees, in the shins. And the calves, the ankles and the feet. We feel all of this connecting to the floor. And we take the attention to the base of the spine, the root chakra, Muladhara. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. I am so hum. Take the attention up to the space just below the belly button. Svadhisthana, chakra of creativity, bright orange light. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Moving the attention to the space just below the ribs, Manipura, city of jewels, seat of your power, bright yellow. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Lifting the attention to the heart space, the Anahata, bright green. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. I am love. Lifting your attention to the throat, Vishuddha, bright blue, where we say our yeses and our nos. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Into the space between the eyebrows, Ajna, third eye, all-seeing vision. Soften the skin on the eyebrows and find your clarity. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. And finally to Sahasrara, crown of the head, that which connects you to everything. Bright white light. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Just allow your attention to bounce between the top and the bottom, these 7 points on your spine, for the next few inhales and exhales. Inhaling soul, crown to base, exhale hum, base to crown, soul, hum. Maybe even take the tip of the tongue toward the roof of the mouth. Keep all the energy in. Build the light inside just for you. We start to deepen the breath. Maybe taking little movements with the neck, with the head, with the shoulders. Maybe licking the lips. Taking a big sigh. When you're ready, reaching your arms above your head, interlacing your hands and just moving side to side. I often find when I do this, I feel the air just naturally coming out of my body through my mouth. Maybe taking the hands to the back of the head. This is quite vigorous, so if you know our shoulders forward, shoulders back sequence, then go for that. But otherwise, hand to the ground, pressing the opposing hip down, going side to side. Maybe moving through the wrists and the fingers to wake them up, ready for putting pressure on them shortly. And then when we're ready, taking the right hand to the ground, left hand to the back of the head. We open and close through the chest and through the shoulders. Press the left hip down and really find some stretchy space, leaning back and forward, stretching the skin. Aligning with your breath if it's there. And we stay, bring the left fingers to the ground and find even more space. You might want to walk the fingers out a little bit. Then come back through center, rolling yourself up, and change the crossing of your legs for posterity. We reach over to the left side, take the right hand to the back of the head, and we open and close. Noticing if you can line your breath with the movement. Nice and chill. And taking your fingers to the ground, walking your hands out a little bit more. And coming through the middle. And rolling yourself up. Fingertips behind you. I'm going to take a hand to our foot and start to move the thigh bone around in the joint. Little wiggles and crossing over into shoelace if that's there for you. If not, ankle to knee or Janu Shashashakna is always welcome. And you can bend the knees here or keep your hips on the cushion for support. That's what I'm doing. Remember, the most vigorous one is head down toe flex. So head up and toe pointed will be nicer. And see if you can take a little Mula Bandha checkup if you feel it, pushing the fingers down, squeezing the thighs and lifting. But otherwise we go to the other side, little wiggles through the thigh, then crossing over, reaching forward. Remember, flex foot and head down is the ruthless of all. So point the toe and keep the head up if that feels better. And another checkup if you want to, squeezing thighs together, pushing down through the hands, stretching the skin in the shoulders, lifting the thigh off. And same thing, loosen up a little bit more if you can. So we're now into a shoelace position, ankle to knee. If the other foot comes underneath you, cool. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. And we're reaching the body forward. This is where we keep ex-boyfriends and bad jobs, so if there's a lot happening, just be gentle with yourself and wriggle around if necessary. Or stay seated. Sometimes it's enough just to stay seated. We take our hands behind us, shoulders back, lift the chest. Hopefully you have a great sky view like I had this day. And then placing the left foot on the floor, we can lift the hips up and down a couple of times, waking up back line of body and front line, by engaging the back line. Holding at the top if it feels okay. If it doesn't, put your bum back down, no issue. And then we switch. See if you can switch without using your hands as best as possible. And then reach forward into your fold. I was particularly toasty and loose this day, so if it's a little bit colder and you're feeling tighter, please feel free to put something between your foot and your leg, or take whatever modifications feel good. Hands back behind us, shoulders down to lift the chest. And see if you really lengthen through the lower back as you do this to stop any compression. And move ourselves into our seated figure four, and sitting there might be enough for you. Otherwise, a few ups and downs before lifting all the way up. Holding and coming on down. Okay, so this part, you can go back to what we've done before, anything we've done before. Or you half lotus the legs. And you come forward, resting the elbows on the belly. Breathe in, full belly. See if you can press the hips up. Remember, this is not a beginner practice. So if you're like, no, don't worry about it. Option just to take a Palabati or something instead. Then when you're ready, lotusing half or full on the other side. Rolling through the knees, so I only half lotus, that's all I got. Elbows underneath you, and breathe in, fill the belly. Push into the floor, and that should give you a little bit of a peacock-like wiggle. We'll be doing more of these in the future, so don't worry if that didn't suit. Finding Malasana. So you can be seated with hips on a block if you want to. I'm going to make this a little more dynamic, but you feel free to chill if you want shoulders forward and back to wrap elbows into knees. I'm going to take my right hand behind me. Press my hips forward and up, little back bend. Other way, little back bend. So I'm drawing my hips forward and back. A little squeeze through the back of the body to release the quads, the hip flexors, psoas and the belly. Not going all the way around at all. Just making a dynamic diagonal stretch. Once again, if this is too much, leave it, park it. Coming back through Malasana when we're ready, find some length in the lower back. Then we come into a soft forward fold, bending the knees a little or a lot. I've got my arms crossed and I'm probably making this noise. You can do the same. Knee bends are always good. You can take the hands into the back of your head if you want to, or keep your head up if once again it's too vigorous. Lengthen the spine. And rolling on up when you're ready. Gathering everything in. Pressing the energy back to the heels. Adjusting your outfit if you need to, or moving your props. And then find Tadasana wherever that is, soft through the knees, length through the back, soft in the belly. We take a breath in, lift everything up. Breath out, fold. Breath in, chest lifts. Step or jump back into plank, lower down, chaturanga, and lift up into upward dog, low cobra, anything you want to. Downward facing dog, pressing into the hands, squeezing the arms together, adjusting your outfit if you need to, if you're drowning in your jumper. You can bend the knees, you can wiggle, whatever feels good. Bend your knees, press back, look forward, step or jump, top of the mat, and we fold. Inhale all the way up. Tadasana, you're there. We go again. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, folding. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, step or jump back. Vinyasa, any way you want to. I'm being mindful of my knees on the concrete. She says, downward facing dog. Simple sun A's. Simple and getting the reps in, always best. Bend your knees, step or jump, top of the mat. Take your fold. Inhale all the way up. Tadasana, you're there. We take a breath in, one more like this. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Step or jump back. Vinyasa your way. Downward facing dog your way. Oh, double drop in the push-ups there. Take that if you want to. Clearly this was a vigorous bendy-wendy day for me. Your own pace is the exact pace that you want to go. Step or jump, top of the mat. And we fold. Inhale all the way up. Tadasana. Okay, let's take some beads. Sitting down, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Hands to the ground, look forward, step, jump, little crow transition back into your plank. Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Right foot comes forward, warrior one or high lunge. Ride the breath up. And exhale, ride it down. We circle the right arm, modified bees, then step back through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward, warrior one or high lunge. Ground through the feet, lift the arms, then when you hit the top, straight back down, circle through the left. Hands to the ground, vinyasa or skip. Downward dog. Take your legs together, bend your knees, press back, look forward, step or jump, top of the mat. Come into our fold. Hands can lift up behind you, then we find Utkatasana, our chair. Tadasana. One more like this. Inhale, we sit. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale, step, jump, mini crow, big crow. However you want to transition back. Vinyasa or straight to downward dog. I always like to move my head side to side after that, just feels right. Right foot comes forward when modified again, warrior one or high lunge. Left hand to ground, right arm circles with the hips, stay there, or Vashisthasana, toe to knee or regular. Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Left foot, step it forward, ride the breath up, then ride it down. Right hand to the ground, circle left arm, Vashisthasana, regular or toe to knee. Hands to the ground, Vinyasa, you're gone. From here, left hand comes to the middle of the mat, right hand to left thigh, calf, ankle, shin or floor. Deep twist, pull the hips back to square. Come through the middle and switch sides. Thigh, calf, ankle or floor. Deep twist, pressing together through the arms and pulling the hips back. Nice. Hands to ground. Step or jump top of mat. Nice fold. Inhale. Utkatasana, the chair. Tadasana. So let's take a tree pose. Toe to floor, to calf, or to thigh, or half lotus if you want to. Press down through the heel, lengthen through the lower back. Test your balance by closing your eyes if you want to, or changing the gesture in your arms. But find your steadiness, then find your lift to everything. And it's an achievement already, because the world is moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So, to stand is a feat. Gently descend the arms. If they were lifted. And gently let go of the leg, little wiggle. And we do the other side. So we keep the toe on the floor, or take it to calf or to thigh, lengthen through the lower back, relax your shoulders. Mine look a little tense here. Could yours be softer? Wobbles welcome, changing of arm gesture. And closing the eyes if you want to. Falling out when you're ready, or stepping out. And to close our practice this morning, feel your feet on the earth, bring your hands together. Offer gratitude for your amazing body, for the bones that ground you, the muscles that move you, the blood that allows you to flow, the breath that guides you. Have a great day, everybody.